Hey, listen, Anthony, are you familiar with Easter seals?
I know we've done some stories on some of their programs in the past, like I Can Bike and Access 2 cards.
And that's just scratching the surface. They offer so many services for children, youth, and adults with disabilities, including help with acquiring assistive devices, rehabilitation training, and camps, just to name a few.
Wow, they must have to do some pretty serious fundraising in order to fund those programs.
They sure do. One of their most well-known and unique fundraisers is Drop Zone, where some very brave individuals rappel down some very tall buildings to raise money and awareness for Easter seals.
Adventurous, brave, that sounds like our very own Halifax presenter, Laura Bain. And yes, this year she took on the challenge. Warning, if you're afraid of heights, this next segment might get your heart pumping.
It's a bird, it's a plane. Nope, it's 46 men and women rappelling down Halifax's tallest office tower. And I'm one of them. 1801 Hollis Street stands an imposing 23 stories tall. But the folks here today are having fun, with many of them dressed in costume. This rappel is their reward for months of hard fundraising. Joanne Bernard, CEO of Easter Seals Nova Scotia, tells me why this fundraising event is so important.
Well, we're going to raise over $92,000 today, you know, there are so many programs that are not supported by government. We raise the money and it stays in this province, and we affect, you know, 3,000 to 4,000 families every single year from Yarmouth to Meat Cove, Cape Breton.
I don't know how I got talked into this, but nonetheless, I'm dressed as Superman and ready to take it on. Once I'm in my helmet, harness, and gloves, it's in the elevator and up and away to the roof. Videographer Andrew in tow, who asks,
"So Laura, how are you feeling right now?"
I'm feeling pretty terrified, really excited, but sort of that like terror you feel in your teeth. Yep.
So you got your Superman costume on. Are you hoping that we're gonna provide you some extra superpowers?
I think we're definitely gonna test my ability to leap over tall buildings. On the roof, I learn I'll be rappelling down beside Ashley Ettinger, who just happens to be dressed as Wonder Woman. This is when I follow her lead and do exactly what you're not supposed to do, leaning over the chest-high guard wall for a good look 23 stories down.
You're braver than me, I think. Doesn't it make you feel like sick to look down there?
The crew on the roof is great and gets me laughing.
Up and away!
Up and away!
You're going down. Can you go like down in a splat?
I don't think you're supposed to make those kind of jumps.
But these guys are serious about safety. I'm hooked into a backup line as well as my main line, and I'm told it could support a truck. And then comes the truly terrifying part, stepping up onto that chest-high guard wall, as in standing on the edge with my back facing out. Now, I want to emphasize that this was a windy day.
All right, so what I'm actually going to get you to do is
sit down
backwards a little bit.
Yep.
I am in the grips of utter terror. My heels are over the edge of the building. I know I cannot look down at this point or I'll be done for.
Nice and easy. You got it. You got it. Keep breathing. You're doing great. Yeah. All right, legs straight. Yep, like pushing out to the wall.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's awesome having Wonder Woman going through this beside me.
How's it going?
In order to lower myself, I have to create slack on the rope hanging below me, but it weighs about 50 pounds.
This is a lot harder than I thought, though. The rope is really heavy.
About a third of the way down, I start to get comfortable, even spinning around to wave down at the crowd.
Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Don't get cocky now. Whew.
But as I get further down, the wind starts making me sway like a pendulum on my rope.
Ah! Ah! Going for a little trip here. Ah!
I sail down the last half of my rappel, and before I know it, I'm in the capable hands of the ground crew.
Hello. I made it.
I stumble over to meet my family and friends who came out to watch.
How was that? Fantastic.
I beat Ashley to the ground, but she's quick to join me. We feel pretty good as we pose together with a "Wow, we did it" sign. After our photo op, I grab her for a quick recap, one superhero to another.
Yeah, and how did you find it? How was the rappel?
Oh, it was so fun. It was such a rush coming over the edge and then trying to get it in the sweet spot to go down. It was really fun.
I totally agree. I feel awesome after my rappel. I'm so grateful to have gotten the chance to do this and get a little more in touch with my inner superhero.
Wow, okay, some of those shots made me feel a little bit dizzy. I've checked skydiving off my bucket list. Maybe next year I should try this.
You should. I didn't get to see those dizzying shots, but I could definitely get a sense of how scary and how much fun this event was. I think Laura did a great job, and I hear she rocked that Superman costume.
That she did. As we mentioned, this event is in support of a great cause. Since its inception in 2005, these Drop Zone events have collectively raised over $15.1 million. If it sounds like fun to you, or maybe terrifying, and you want to challenge yourself, you can get more information about the event near you at thedropzone.ca.